Hello students, let's start today poem 3 Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature, and his poems are full of easily understood images and beautiful poems, easy to understand. In this poem Keeping Quiet, Neruda talks about necessity of quiet introspection. Keeping quiet means be quiet and remain still, remain silent and introspect. Introspection means necessity of quiet introspection, and introspection means thinking over oneself, thinking over one's follies, foibles and mistakes, and as a result create a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. This is the theme of the poem. Now let's start. What's the title signify? What does the title mean? Keeping quiet. Keeping quiet means be quiet for some time. It is a call for introspection for all the human beings. That human beings who have divided themselves on the basis of race, language and nationalities. In these moments of silence, one can develop and understand mutual love, fellow feelings and trust and faith, of which the whole world is devoid. Now let's start poem line by line. First two lines here. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. In these two lines, the poet advised the readers to count to 12 and maintain absolute stillness. Here the number 12 signifies the time frame. As we have 12 hours on a clock, 12 months in a year, and so the poet wants to say that human activity should remain still for some time. Next, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. For once on the face of the earth means the people should not speak any language on the earth. The poet urges the people to be silent. In this way, there would be no language on the earth. What's the advantage of this? There would be no dispute over the basis of language. There would be no superiority over the basis of language and no linguistic chauvinism on the earth. Moreover, the silence will provide us an opportunity to think over our mistakes, over our follies, and to amend that mistakes. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Here the poet urges that the readers or the people should keep calm and let there be peace all around. Even not to move their arms. Even not to move their arms means while speaking, they should not move their arms because they remain still. In gesture, in body language, they should not move their arms and provide peace and calmness all around. Here, arms is a literary device. Arms is pun. Pun, you know, pun means a word having more than one meaning. Here arms have two meaning. One literary meaning, arms means body limbs, that a man, human being shouldn't move their arms. And second arm, which is the figurative meaning, it means weapons used in war. So, no weapon should be used or no gesture should be used. Now, next point, next is, it would be an exotic moment. Without rush, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. The poet asks everyone in the world to keep still for 12 seconds to create a togetherness. How togetherness? As here, no language means all are same. No Marathi, no Hindi, no nothing. Togetherness here without rush, without engines. All must be together. It would be an exotic moment when there would be no rush, there would be no engine. It means there would be no social inequality. All will be equal. All have the same status. And that moment would be an exotic moment. Exotic moment means extreme happiness. There would be extreme happiness of equality all around. And no noise, no movement means environment protection. Environment would be protected. And here we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Men, according to the poet, can be brought together in that exotic moment when all discriminations, that discriminations which separate man from man, can be wiped away, and the world would be strange. The world would be together, and the feeling of togetherness will be new, unfamiliar, and so it will be strange. So, in these lines, the poet advocates complete silence and perfect stillness in order to experience unity and peace of entire mankind. Next, fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Here the poet says that advise the man to think about your action and aware the people to realize your power. The poet gives an example of fishermen and the salt gatherers. While we are in rat race competition, we little think about ourselves, because man spends his lot of time in earning money and thinking about how to spend this money, but not even thinking about his fellow beings and oneself. So the poet gives the example of fishermen, that fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. If there would be the moment of stillness, fishermen also would not harm the whales, and in this way there would be no exploitation of the nature, and innocent animals will no longer be under threat of extinction. And similarly, the salt gatherers would not gather the salt, and they would look over their injured hands. Here, hurt hands. Here, hurt hands means are self-inflicted injuries that are caused due to our involvement in harmful activities carried thoughtlessly in our lives. Sometimes we are so indulged in our activities without discriminating whether these activities are harmful or beneficial even to us. So the poet advises them to stop, to remain still for a while, so that we can understand, we can think over our activities which are harmful and which are useful. So next we will next next point we will discuss in the next video.